Swedish still, as always, have a powerful army. And this indeed helped them quite a bit, obviously. Workers on strike in Bulgaria. They're still on strike here. However, Catholicism is making a stand now. And it's improving slowly, very slowly, very weakly. But it's improving. I'm going to untax it. In this way I'm untaxing all those Balkan areas. In here Catholicism is not gaining just yet. Okay, letter of demands, workers on strike and still regaining construction report. War declared. War has broken out between these nations, Russia and the Ottoman Empire. How intriguing. It looks like Russia has been so weak here that the Ottomans decided it would be a good idea to get rid of them once and for all. Or maybe the Russians decided that the Ottomans are being pressured way too much, and so they are going to fight them. As you can see, the Russian still has a reasonably significant force. They have a large cavalry force here, probably consisting of most of the nobles that were still left alive. And Ardabil, Azerbaijan is strong with very good public order numbers. And in here, unfortunately, our churches are not making a progress. No progress whatsoever. However, on this side things look better. Let's move pre-cell onto Ufa and see if that makes any difference whatsoever. In here Catholicism is making progress. So what do we have here is that this region right here, Komi, has no ability to gain Christianity due to no way for me to build churches. However, it seems I was wrong. There was a way to build a church, so that's kind of sorted. And it looks like the only building chain that's unavailable, that is, the churches, are here in Archangel. Then in Ufa, it looks like Orthodox is still strong, as if it's in Moscow. The Orthodox religion just is not moving forward. In here, let's take a look. It looks like Catholic religion is moving forward. That's good. Now, our armies have made such a vast movement here. I would certainly say that by not fighting us kind of really effectively while we were marching all those distances in Russia was a mistake. However, I think that they were fighting us, but I mean precisely the Spanish, they just had to attack us. However, obviously it wasn't that bad, right? It wasn't that bad. It kind of is turning out to be good for everybody. Now, okay. Are there anything else I can untax? I mean tax. Yeah, it looks like there is. Look at that. I only make 58. Which is still fine considering that I'm making something at all. Okay. In here we'll just have to wait even further. this army needs to march forward. Alright. Now in here we need to build ourselves churches and expand our buildings. People are super unhappy here. It's Hinduism 100%. And it looks like we'll just have to stay here for a little bit before we march any more forward. Okay, trade with America has finally, oh no, it's fine, America and United States is not the same, as you can see. So, what do we have here? Let's wait a little bit before we engage. Let's take a look at the religious count. So 100%, 100%, 100%. In here 27% and growing. 100%, 100%, 97% and growing. It looks like it's moving good. It's moving upwards. It's certainly where I want it to be. We're going to get rid of communal farming built by the Indians. And now let's spend 30,000 in Europe. In Europe's settlements here. Okay. So what does that mean? That means we don't really need to hurry up with war against Spain, because we only need to focus on expanding further. And there's certainly a lot to build. And all those factories are prone to be extremely expensive. I see that I have many buildings that are increasing public order. Maybe in the far future we won't need that many of those. Okay. That's it for now. Obviously, it's important to make sure that we're consistently gaining as much religious conversion as possible, because this will make the population united and very happy, and that's exactly what's happening here. We are becoming more and more Catholic, but not in here. And that's probably due to the fact that we do not have a church in here. However, we do have a very expensive set of buildings here. I need a church. I want to convert the settlements to Catholicism as much as possible before I bring down the churches, if I have to, because I may not need them due to the fact that it will keep the population very happy. However, it could be that for the profit we'll have to do just that. As you can see, it's orthodox and it can't be changed, not yet. In Bulgaria things are moving forward, but very slowly with the religious conversion. In here it looks like it will still to find out. Okay. Now that's all for now. We're waiting for battles in Italy. They will most likely march out. And we'll just have to cut them down.
Aha, un lieu d'apprentissage.
As you can see, the Russians are fighting the Ottomans. Okay, they want Moldavia. Why would they want that? Obviously, they wish their own colonies established there. In any case, I'm not going to agree. They want it for military access, which is pretty much the same as saying for thank you. Give us Moldavia and we'll say thank you. Rebellion. Okay, that was imminent, and it looks like the rebels are just simply Ottomans themselves. Something, a necessity we have to deal with.
Victoire!
Done.
Votre humble serviteur.
Very, very good.
Marchez!
Let's get this army up and running. This man has basic understanding of the arts of war, rebellion. The people of this region have armed themselves and risen up against your government. This open rebellion must be put down at once, lest it spread to adjacent regions and this revolution. New port emerges. Alright. Let's build a fishing port. Normally I don't build fishing ports, but it's fine. The transit of Venus. Scientific expeditions have set out from many nations to observe the transit of Venus, a rare phenomenon in which the second planet passes in front of the Sun. Such transits occur in pairs separated by 8 years and more than a century apart. They are an incredible opportunity to better inform themselves about the motions of the celestial bodies, and with such a scheme from the late Edmund Halley, scientists hope to pool their data to more exactly measure the distance of the Sun from the Earth. Though many of the expeditions are still returning from far-flung corners of the globe, their data unpublished, Mikhail Lomonosov has announced from his St. Petersburg observatory an exciting discovery of his own. Lomonosov observed a bright outline around Venus at the beginning of the end of its transit and has attributed it to the presence of an atmosphere around the planet which refracted the sun's rays to create the observed outline. Further expeditions are planned from the 1769 transit, and this unprecedented collaborative effort by the scientific nations of Europe will surely lead to new and outstanding revelations. Alright, alright. Let's build up things in England. Seminary. Seminary. The Catholic establishment educates those hoping to join the priesthood, making sure that their instruction is firmly rooted in church dogma. The syllabus concentrates on giving students the theological, spiritual, and philosophical tools needed to carry out their duties, as well as a solid classical education to produce men who will be well-respected members of society, where science and the natural world are touched upon. It is always with an emphasis on how they reveal God's grand plan of creation. A seminary is not intended to produce an acquiring mind, only a very disciplined one. Historically, the seminary system owes its existence to the forces of the Counter-Reformation, a movement that aimed to defeat the heretical Protestant views of Martin Luther and his ilk. The Council of Trent had recognized education as a weapon in its struggles against schism. The Church required an educated and intelligent group of priests who could argue successfully in its defense. While the 18th century is seen as the age of enlightenment, the Reformation and Counter-Reformation had yet to play themselves out completely, and the Church's place in the hearts of men, affairs of state and God's universe was still open to argument. In parts of Europe, the Catholic Church was still a tremendous force for social, political, and scientific conservatism. Okay, let's build things up. It looks like it has been forgotten for a little while here. No need to increase the parts just yet. I'm focusing still on the towns. However, this is moving all the way again. I have to go up. I went through this last turn and I built up quite a few things, so I'll have to press a long time forward. In any case, it looks like I've got ahead now, and I can construct further. Good, look at that. Many buildings are being constructed. So these are pretty much providing food, palatial estates. Oh no. Oh no! I kind of got rid of one of these. It looks like I needed to get rid of this building that provides happiness for a church. In any case, a mistake. In here I kind of got rid of something too. But good that I didn't got rid of food producing buildings though. Okay. They're not nearly as happy, but they will be. I needed to build more factories in this area. Alright. Won't be fixing this for a while now. Okay. So this army could start marching out. Where? Oh wow, it's bad, real bad. Okay. Let's move these guys onto Turkey. And we'll try using this army to take over Turkey. This should hit a very strong blow to the Ottomans. So, can we do this now? Probably it's best to wait. I'm not sure. Okay, now it looks like we need to go back and see if I can start moving. It looks like that's not going to happen just yet. So as you can see, taking that settlement there was really awesome. However, it's gonna take some time until it's fully converted, and I don't want to start a war against the Americans, not yet. We're making 35,000. Unfortunately, the income is not increasing. Not nearly as much as I would like it to. Let's ask them to surrender. They would refuse to surrender. And so we'll just have to cut them all down. It looks like we are in a very nice position here, where all of our armies can successfully descend on the enemy. Good to see that. The Russians have a strong, powerful force, so they are certainly not going to be defeated just yet. In here we are going to suffer a counterattack. And the Italians will launch this counterattack against us, and we'll just have to fight them. In fact, after the war concluded with these Italian states, there's going to be Venice left. And Venice is the only enemy really in Europe